There are actually women who are now calling men predators if they want to date a woman from a different country. Other cultures.
Because that's the definition of predators, right? All right, hold on. Hold on. Wait. All right, let's go again. Let's go again. You can't really take these short clips and take it as a whole thing. Um, but let's just take this sentence and just isolate it and not accuse her, just the sentence itself. Not accuse, but let's not critique her as a person, but just a sentence. So she might not meant the sentence, but I'm pretty sure somebody else will mean it as well.
There are actually women who are now calling men predators if they want to date a woman from a different country. Other cultures, a lot of women are more submissive.
So we are predators if we want to date women from a different country. But if we are not predators if we date women from the same country. So it's when we cross the border we become predators. But if we stay within the border, we're not predators. So what happens if they come over here? Like if the Filipino Eastern Asian women come over here and meet us in America, then go back to Eastern Asia. It's like you have to help me with this one because like where do you draw the line, right? I mean, yeah. So if I cross the border, it's a problem. But what would happen if she c- come over here? Is she anti-prey or anti-predator? If Eastern Asian woman came over here, is that anti-predators or anti-prey? I don't follow. But it's the fact that she calls us predators. Like, oh, it's such a bad thing. All right, cool.
Yeah, they're pervy. Men are traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education. It's because
What's up with this hate? What's up with this hate, bro? Like, you see this? Get your passport, guys. Let's get your passport. And there's actual numerous of organizations that take you guys in, gives you remote jobs, gives you shelter, and like gets you on your feet in these eastern countries. I know Filipinos have it. So less educated, you don't want to be talking like that and then calling somebody less educated. You really and truly don't want to be talking like that and calling somebody else less educated. Um, okay, so less educated. It's just like whenever you get senseless accusations, you know it's just BS because there's like random attacks. And I love it. I genuinely love it.
they want a woman who is dependent on them.
Who is dependent on them? Let me see if I got that right.
Money and less education. It's because they want a woman who is dependent on them.
Okay.
Girls, because you can't handle women.
Ooh, I love this one. All right. This is why American men get foreign girls now because we cannot handle American women or Western women. Okay. Allow me. Allow me, right? So it's a bad thing when we cannot handle Western women. It's a bad thing. Fine. That's cool. I mean, not fine, but for the sake of this conversation, let's just say fine. So, do you think an attribute of a good man or a high value man or a desirable man is that he can handle a woman? Sounds like babysitting to me. Not sure. And like, where's the accusation aiming at though? Like, where is the accusation aiming at? Han- like I never understood that. Oh, I need when a girl say, "Oh, I need a man that can handle me properly." Like you're a grown adult, handle yourself properly. Like there's way more other things in life to handle. I don't need to. Like, why would I choose to handle you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I choose? Like, if my life is stressful, my life I have to make sure I provide. I have to make sure I protect. I have to make sure the bills are paid. I have to make sure everything is in order. I have to make sure you're safe. I have to make sure, you know, be the stronghold for your emotions and be a strong shoulder for you to cry on or to that extent. And I'm gonna have all these responsibilities, and I'll be like, oh yes, on top of those responsibilities, I need another responsibility to handle a girl consciously. I never understood it.
That's why. And this whole thing is so offensive and ignorant because
Okay. I love this.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
So what I realized is that this was an old clip. This clip went viral like a couple years ago. However, instead, what they do now, instead of coming back to the guy who has the physical frame to do the necessary job, if they would do it themselves, the woman would do the job themselves to claim they're independent, or they just, and when they can't do it, they just blame men. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but to be honest with you, if we have a child that we cannot nurse or take care of, or have an emotional situation that we cannot attend to, I have no shame in going to a woman for help with those situations. There are some things I am confident in, there are some things I'm not confident in. The things I am not confident in does not make me less of a man. If anything, it just makes me more human and makes me more confident in the things I can do. Yes, when it comes on to emotional empathy, I can't really do that as well as a general woman. So, for example, I had this coworker at this coworker, and her mother died, and she was sitting beside me, and she starts crying because a song was playing, and she just randomly cried out loud, right? And I, again, this is a coworker I haven't known for 3 days because we're in training. I don't know this woman, right? I don't know what's going on. It's after it was said that, say, hey, this is the situation. So while we're in training, she decided to cry out loud. And what do I do? Get another female. Hey, can you attend to this? Because the emotional empathy is not my thing, never was. This is a weakness. I need to work on it. And that's okay. However, I'm not going to blame women for my, that's it. To say that out loud sounds ridiculous.
Some of them talk so badly about black women in America, saying you guys are too bossy, you're too much, you're not feminine enough for them.
I think that sounds a lot to me like insecurities and the inability to seek what you want with what you have, where you are.
You're insecure. You're also an ignoramus. You're too dumb to know what you're doing. You're taking advantage. You're a predator. Shaming language. You see this?
All right. So my thing is this, right? He's contrast is a beautiful thing. But my thing is it. I always ask females this question, right? How is it possible that you females like are so easygoing, no accountability, you know, no accountability, no judgment when you other females does shit things, right? Like a female is not going to tell another female to do better. It's if it happens, it's rare unless it's in the business, corporate world, or in a family. Like you're not going to find like a woman telling other women to do better, right? You're just not going to see it. How is that you have so much sympathy for other females, but when it comes down to men, it's like a flip. I find that amazing. Like, damn, one thing accusation, it prevents you from having responsibility over the same thing. Meaning that if you're accusing me for something, you can hide your own flaws behind the accusation, and then also you hide yourself you hide yourself behind your accusation when you accuse someone, and two, you take a moral higher ground because you're taking accountability for someone, so your accountability is not put into question, right? So it's like a lot of things that benefit the accuser in situation. Like there's only benefits from accusations, meaning that from the accuser perspective, that is. So if I'm accusing you, there's so many benefits I get by accusing you. If I accuse you, I get no judgment, no accountability. I get praise. I get respected. There's so many benefits that come from me accusing someone, and I realize these benefits is what females live under. That's why they shame men and they accuse men, because the moral high ground, the lack of accountability, it's the self value feel when you accuse someone because you feel good about yourself. I think those benefits from accusing men, women live for. If I'm wrong, let me know.